Yo, what's up, Chosen fam? God said, do not worry. Stop worrying. He's coming through for you. He is about to bless you. Some of you, God has called you into full-time ministry. Some of you are waiting for a spouse. Some of you are waiting for those finances to come through so He can pay off some things that God has told you to pay off. But God says, stop worrying. He's about to get ready to bless you. But you got to put your full trust into God and to know that He's going to come through. He wouldn't call you into full-time ministry and not provide for you. He wouldn't tell you that you have a spouse that's on the way and for you to be worrying and stressing. He wouldn't tell you that to go into a business and for Him not to provide the provision. But we have to know and understand that everything has a time and a season. That everything is not going to happen when we want it to happen. But we have to have faith and patience that God is going to come through. And He sent me here to tell you guys to stop worrying and that He's going to bless you. He's going to bless you. Let's use Joseph for the prime example. God showed Joseph when he was young a dream that he was going to be the head of his brothers. That he was going to have a high position in Egypt. And Joseph got so happy, he ended up telling his brothers. And his brothers got envy and jealous of Joseph. They ended up selling his brother into slavery. Joseph was a slave to the Egyptians. He had no room to believe. He had no proof to believe that vision that God had showed that man when he was younger to come to pass. He had no room to believe or have faith in God. But what did Joseph do? He had faith and he believed. Through the trials and tribulations, through everything that came at him. Because he knew that God was who He was and who He said He was. God is not a man that He shall lie. When God has showed you a vision, when God has showed you a dream, when God has told you to do something, and your circumstances, your situation doesn't look the way you want it to look, we have to have faith and believe that where God has told us to go, that is going to come to pass. You may experience decreasing for the moment, but in the long run, it's going to be fruitfulness and increase. Because God is not a man that He shall lie. He's going to come through for you. That husband is going to come in due time and due season. The finance is going to come. The provision is going to come. Your ministry, God's going to bless you with the funds to help your ministry. You have nothing to worry about. Let this be your sign, confirmation, affirmation that God is going to come through for you. But this is a time where we have to strap up and have great faith in God. Because through testings, through trials and tribulations, it helps us have even greater faith in God. Greater faith. So keep leaning on Him. Because He's going to come through. Going back to Joseph, Joseph was in prison. And there were two other people that got locked up with Joseph. And God was dealing with those two people that got locked up with Joseph. And those two people had dreams by God. Joseph could have been like, I'm not about to interpret your dream because my dreams didn't come to pass. What God has shown me didn't come to pass. So why should I believe what God is about to do in your life? What God has shown you, why should I believe that? Why should I interpret that dream? But Joseph wasn't like that. Joseph interpreted their dreams, and their dreams came to pass. Joseph had steadfast faith in God. And next thing you know, what happened? God ended up getting Joseph out of jail. Next thing you know, Joseph ended up becoming the head of Egypt. And everything that God has shown Joseph came to pass. The same thing is going to happen to you, beloved. Believe it, receive it, and walk in it with authority and confidence that God is going to come through. Because it's already done. But God is seeing you. He's observing you. And He's seeing, are you going to keep your faith? Are you going to stay believing in me? Are you going to stay trusting in me, although the things that you're going through? Are you going to stay believing and trusting in Him? He got you, beloved. Your time is coming. Everything is going according to God's plan. This is your confirmation. Stop worrying. God bless you, children.